Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. In front of me today I have a 2019 Nissan Frontier SV. You're probably wondering why you're reviewing such a prehistoric type of vehicle. This Nissan Frontier has been out for basically forever. This chassis in itself has been out since 1997, and the way this Frontier looks right now has been out since 2005. So it's been quite a while that Nissan really has not done any changes or updates to this Nissan Frontier until 2022. So the reason when I got this truck out, just at least a quick review of it, I want to get the feel of this older Nissan Frontier before I drive the new 22 Frontier. So of course, this one that we have here is called a Glacier White. It's a basic white with a black with a gray cloth interior, not black, excuse me. It's a gray steel looking cloth interior. This one is turbo drive, made it to the V6, to the 4-liter V6, it's gonna be 5-speed automatic. So it's got your basic 16-inch wheels. This is wrapped around hand-hook Dyna Pro tires all season. So nothing crazy, obviously just a crew cab as you can see. Of course, we got some of the same tires in the back. This brakes in the back, unlike the Tacoma. So coming guys here in the back, of course, you got the bumper here. Of course, this one being the special, the SV is called the special, kind of a special value package, which gives you heated seats. It's got the upgraded 7-inch display in the middle, dual Sony AC. You got the hitch, you got already a factory spray liner inside, or a bed spray liner. So we put this down, guys. It's got no assist whatsoever. This is a very basic truck. Of course, this is already included from Nissan, the spray-in bed liner. As you can see, you got also all kinds of adjustments here. That's all included with this package. I don't know what the payload is. I don't have that on top of my head, but I'll put that up on the video for you guys. But I know this can tow about 6,700 pounds. So as you can see, you got your tow hook back here that's ready to go. 6,700 pounds, which is still pretty competitive in this market for mid-sized trucks. It's got a pretty decent V6 in this one. So over here, guys, we got halogen headlights. Of course, you got the big Nissan badge. We got basically your halogen fog lights. There's no fancy lights or anything on this at all. So you got a bit of a slight bumper here in the bottom, a little bit of a plastic grille. So there's a lot of things you can modify this stuff. There's also the Pro, the Desert Runners. You can definitely get a little more upscaled, more of a off-roader Frontier. But obviously, there's too much to do to this platform, which is pretty much Asian. So here, guys, looking at the rear, of course, we got the Hankook Dyna Pros. Of course, we got the real wheel disc, which is not something that Toyota uses. At least Nissan's using that. The wheels are pretty nice. They're 16-inch basic wheels, but not bad at all. And the bed, as you can see from here, it's pretty decent size, so it's not bad. For basic stuff and carrying things, this is still your basic truck. So all right, let's take a look inside of this interior. So this got the all kind of grayish interior. Of course, you got very basic interior, all very plasticky. Coming in here, of course, you got the seats. You can definitely raise them up, as you can see here. You can put them up for some more cargo, and there's a little bit of a bin here, but it's not too bad at all. Getting inside, guys, there's at least a little hook to get in. It's pretty cramped. Oh, I already hit my back. So this is kind of the same thing as the Toyota Tacoma. It's pretty cramped inside. This is laid back a little bit further up, but it's not much room. For a short trip, it's okay. But other than that, it's pretty tight back here. There's plenty of headroom. I'm not hitting my head at all. I'm about 5'11", and there is no type of connections or anything in the back. No AC outlets. Basically just 2 cup holders, and that's about it, guys. So there's nothing back here at all for any type of connections. I was not expecting in this type of truck. So back here we got an automatic window, a manual window you can open for the back cabin. That's about it. A handle. But this is your pretty basic truck, as you can see, just a handle. You got your power window thing, a couple of things to put some bottle, and that's about it though. So checking out this interior of this Frontier, you can see it's a pretty old design, functional, but still, this is nothing but way any modern type of thing. So but people still buy these trucks, and they're still reliable. Obviously they've had them for a while, and if you want some basic thing to haul stuff, this is your truck. So nowadays this is one of the cheapest ones in the market when they were still priced pretty competitively. So all right, guys, checking back here to the back, guys, we do have some sensors here as well. So this was part of the SV package that do have some sensors. There is a backup camera. So as you can see, the backup camera is right here. So at least they give you that. You got some sort of light modern amenities. The basic thing, but at least you got a camera and sensors when you're backing up. So even though it is all right, guys, so let's go ahead and check out what's under the hood of this Frontier. Go ahead and get that hood open. Go ahead and open up. It's a little bit heavy, but here we see, got in the little stick here. Prod is over here on the right hand side to get this stuck here. All right guys, so here we go. We have Nissan's 4-liter V6. This has got 261 horsepower, 281 pound-feet of torque, 5-speed automatic transmission, and on this model it's only driving the rear wheels. Of course you can get 4-wheel drive with this model as well. So this truck's only got about 13,000 miles on it, being a 2019. It hasn't been driven a lot, so still considering it's a pretty nice and clean truck, as you can see here. So pretty decent for this year's of the year of the Nissan, and not many miles on this thing. So all right, let's put this rod back here and drop that hood of that Nissan Frontier. Of course, coming here to the front, very basic truck. But it's so, you know, soft. No, it's not really soft at all. It's so just plasticky here. Your basic window controls. The mirror controls are actually located over here in the dash. A little bit of storage here, not a lot of storage here, but a little bit for your drink holder there. Other than that, here of course you got that steel kind of grayish looking cloth interior. The front seats are heated, so that's part of the package of this SV. But other than that, you know, they're pretty basic. They're pretty comfortable though. It's much just slightly drawn over here, but it's not bad. A little bit of perforated leather on the steering wheel, and of course you get the plasticky dash lower, which is, you know, pretty much. Let's go inside, guys, and check it out. Frontier, and, of course, super. You know, this is all. You know, I just drove a Mercedes-Benz GLC, even though that was 2016. This just feels completely different. This feels like it was just left back in the, you know, early 2000s as designed. This is what it is, but you know, it's still a basic good truck. You know, if you want to just something basic and nothing fancy, this is kind of your truck. If you want something on the cheaper side and still reliable with a V6 engine. So all right guys, so here we got a couple of glove boxes here. As you can see, we got an upper glove box, which is not bad in size, and we got also a lower one, which is decent in size. Let's go ahead, guys, and turn this girl on. Of course, we still got, you got, I mean, buttons here, but you still got a key to get in here, and kind of H anyway, so you gotta expect that. So there is that V6 turning on, guys. Of course, you got your 7-inch screen here with Nissan Connect. So all right guys, you can see, and as you can hear, there's that V6. Doesn't sound too bad. You know, it's at least kind of V6, and of course you can get this one in a 6-speed manual as well, but this one is just with a 5-speed automatic. So that's why a lot of people like this. Is you can get this truck in a manual as well if you like the manuals as much as I do. So so all right guys, here in the middle, of course you got your basic steering wheel with just the volume control, you know, some phone controls here, and your access to some things here for your cruise control. You know, nothing much. We got nothing here from the side, just the regular stuff for wipers and lights, and we got your mirror controls here as well. We got a cargo lamp button here. Of course, we got the AC going. We got your hazards here in the middle. Let me go ahead and close the door, guys, so we can get a little more quietness. So here in the middle, of course, we got your 7-inch screen. This comes with the SV package. Of course, you got AM, FM radio. I don't think this even got sunlight. This does not have Android Auto or Apple CarPlay at all. But just as a basic thing, there's no navigation, nothing. This is just a basic radio and some basic settings here, as you can see, for your phones and stuff. So as far as the radio, guys, it's not bad. It's a 6-speaker stereo, which is pretty basic. At least got a decent screen. Here in the middle, of course, you got dual zone AC, which you can see we got control for your AC here for each side. You got also seat heaters for each side, which is pretty cool. We got your traction control off button. We have look, the sensors are off as well, and of course here you probably have your full drive system here. On this side here we have a USB connection and an auxiliary, and we get a 12-volt as well here. So it's not horribly, but I'm still, you know, very far behind on technology of the new trucks. Even Toyota Tacoma standards, this is still pretty old. So here we got a very kind of old, unique manual here with your overdrive here, a little bit of a binnacle here and some more on this side. There's nothing else back here in the bottom. A couple of cup holders here, and of course you got a little bit storage bin here for your cassettes if you still want them, to some coins, and there is just one 12-volt connection here, as you can see. So, and not bad. I mean it's very basic truck. The visibility is pretty nice. So as you can see, there's plenty of visibility in this truck. The windows are low, and there is no sunroof or anything like that. We have there's nothing here. It looks like this looks like a sunglass holder, but it's not. We have at least, you can turn off, just off. Very simple light controls. You can touch them as well, and of course you got your sunglass holder. and you got a mirror here as well. So this guy is, you know, kind of clothy top of roof here. Material, but it's not bad. I mean, you know, yes, it's very old. There's nothing much to here. There's no information screen or nothing. Basically just a small screen for what year you're in, and your mileage has only got 247,000 miles on it. So for a 2019, it's pretty new. Of course, you get your basic instrumentation, analog gauges for tach and speedometer, and of course oil, coolant, and of course you get fuel. You also got a bolt pressure and a fuel pressure as well. So at least they give you some extra gauges to have read here as well. So so it's not bad, guys. Obviously, you know, this is not, it's still a pretty good towing truck. I mean, if you want something just basic to haul in for a good price, this could be your truck. So all right, guys, let's go ahead and get this out for a spin, see how this Nissan behaves on the road. So I'm not expecting anything big, so let's go ahead and bring our emergency brake down, and of course we gotta test out the camera, because we do have a reverse camera, which has got pretty decent graphics, actually not too bad at all. There is I'm gonna turn on the camera. As you can see, guys, there is some beeping going on because it does have sensors. So and actually the graphics are not that bad at all. So pretty decent graphics for this camera, to be honest. So we're on the, and let's go ahead, and the steering feels slow, to be honest. So it doesn't have the greatest turning radius, so, but being a crew cab, it's a little bit longer. So V6, 4-liter V6 with end rear wheel drive only on this one. So, but it doesn't feel too horrible. Feels like a basic, feels like a late 90s, you know, truck, to be honest. You know, that's something that you kind of expect for this Nissan, but you know, still, I think it's a basic truck that kind of meets a lot of needs if you're looking for more of a basic truck in there for every day. So especially for a work truck. So let's see, let's let this guys go. So the response is not bad. From the throttle response is not bad at all. I'm not gonna turn this too fast because it's not a sports car. So all right, guys, so it's not, I mean, the response of the engine, I mean, the engine feels, the way it rev, it does feel kind of a bit of a, not trashy, but you can tell it's not the latest and smoothest engine. Brakes, the brakes are not bad. I mean, they feel progressive, but as far as acceleration, it's not bad. I mean, it's got plenty of power for every day. It's got decent torque. It's right smooth. It's not crazy, and there's no crazy wind noise or anything like that. It's pretty nice. Yeah, the truck, I mean, the visibility is great, as you can see. Everything's still at your fingertips here, radio and everything here, all your basic stuff. You know, for every day, it's not a bad truck at all. The ride is a, you know, a little bit, I won't say stiff, but just kind of, you know, just stiff for a truck. But it's not quiet. It's pretty decently quiet. Not a ton of windows. Well, I haven't really put it up to speed yet, but yeah, the interior is super basic. I mean, you're not gonna, this is by no means any awards. Same thing with, you know, Toyota and all that. Their trucks have been there forever, so they don't mess with the recipe. Not until now, not until the 2022 Nissan Frontier. So that's the reason I'm driving this truck, guys, just to get a feel of this truck compared. I'm gonna get to drive the new one pretty soon, hopefully, and just kind of compare, to have a little bit of memory, to see how this, I never drove a Frontier. This is my first time behind the wheel of a Frontier, so kind of checking it out to see how this feels. So it doesn't feel bad. I mean, now the wind, now there's a little more wind noise. We're doing about 60 miles an hour. Yeah, it feels, the suspension feels a little bit bouncy. I'm sure some off-road trucks will take care of that. A little bit better ride, but it feels compact. The steering is a little bit slow, but that's a decent feeling to it. But it's got good stability. I mean, this is a pretty newer truck, doesn't have that many miles on it. It's got 13,000 on it. So I'm just in a bit of the auto. But everything's, you know, it's up to place. The instrumentation is pretty clean. Not bad. If you're looking for something that's reliable, pretty reliable and cheap, you know, to maintain, and no fanciness whatsoever, this could be a truck you can consider. So yeah, that's just a wind noise, but it's not horrible. Yeah, it's not a bad truck at all. I mean, I'm not finding it like, you know, like a really bad experience to drive. No, not by no means at all. The brakes are pretty good. Then compared to the S10 we have next door to it, you know, they're probably built within pretty much the same era. So yeah, this compact torque, this mid-size truck is not bad at all. You know, it's pretty basic. Yeah, this is the ancient design, but functional it is. I mean, Nissan doesn't build bad trucks, I don't think. Obviously they haven't built anything latest and greatest. Of course, like the new Titan, but this is a pretty nice truck though. Not for every day. Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to drive the new one. I'm sure they made a ton of improvements with the new truck. So, but this thing's got pretty good response off the line, and as you can see here, transmission is not the fastest a ship, but it's pretty smooth. I mean, it's got low miles on it, so, but it's just very smooth. You know, nothing crazy. Very relaxed drive. You know, the truck doesn't feel darty or nervous. It's got independent front suspension, so you know, it feels very stable on the road. You know, we're doing about 60 miles an hour, so yeah. And the handling, of course, slow steering. Yeah, as you can tell, this has got a lot of body roll. Not exactly your sport truck, as those older Nissans used to be. I remember back in the late 90s where these were slammed with some wheels and all that kind of stuff with aqua colors, but that's back in my high school years. But man, I can't remember this. I can't imagine this truck being designed when I was still kind of graduating high school. Unbelievable, but it's not bad. I mean, as I driven the Ford Ranger, yeah, this feels way much older than that. Toyota Tacoma's got the same type of feel. I mean, that one does feel a little bit more modern, but still doesn't that far off. I mean, this is just below the Toyota Tacoma, I think, in terms of, you know, what the interior feels, how the truck feels. But this is not a bad truck at all. I mean, it's a good truck. I mean, for Delhi, gas mileage is not good, but if you want something just to haul some things for your business, or want a basic truck that's not, you know, that's cheap to maintain and it's pretty basic, this is your truck. So obviously the new one, when I drive it, of course, gonna have a lot more things on it. It looks much better, and we'll get to compare it. But I hope you guys wanted to give you just a quick drive. And this is a pretty new model. I mean, it's only got 13,000 miles on it, so it's a new truck, to be honest. So so I think it's not a bad truck by its own. So all right, guys, so let's go ahead. And the brakes are pretty good. The brakes actually feel pretty decent, to be honest. So all right, guys, hope you guys you know, enjoyed this quick review of this Nissan Frontier 2019, 13,000 miles on it, so it's pretty new. You know, if you're looking for a cheap work truck, I don't know how much this thing is. I think they're asking probably in the mid-20s for this thing, as far as I know. And it's got decent backup camera. It's got decent, no, driving is okay. Yeah, it feels pretty old, but you know, if you look for something cheaper on the side, low maintenance, and nice work truck, this is it for you guys. So I want to give a big thank you to Bartow Ford for allowing me to borrow this truck to test, and also Randy, my friend. So if you guys want their information, I'll put that information on the screen, on the description of the video, guys. So hope you guys enjoyed this review of this Nissan. So it's that basic truck, not bad at all. You know, let me know what you guys think. If nobody owns one of these, how it's been reliable, so how reliably it's been. So all right, guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you to all those subscribe. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers. Help me out, guys, by hitting that subscribe button, and we'll catch you on the next one, guys. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.